WGPR Detroit HD2.
You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit. The views and opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily the views and opinions of WHPS, its affiliates, management, or sponsors.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Urban Review. We're happy to be here today in the middle of May and celebrating another month of living a drug-free life. We want to, first of all, say that we are sponsored by the Office of National Drug Control Policy, and therefore the thoughts and opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily the thoughts and opinions of the National Drug Control Policy or the White House, but we're pretty much in the same line. Hey, we're happy to be here today, and we just got done celebrating No Menthol Sunday last Sunday, and it was a tremendous success as we fight back against big tobacco, taking advantage of the black community for about 3 decades now. We know that 89% of all of the menthol-flavored cigarettes that are sold across the world are actually sold to African Americans. We are the one group of people that flavored cigarettes seem to be targeted at, and we are in line and very happy with the success that we've had with our initiative. And in fact, we've had the FDA, the Federal Drug and Food Administration, become a part of our initiative to ban menthol, the sale of menthol-flavored products and all flavored tobacco products, and that will save hundreds of thousands of lives. You know, it's kind of amusing that big tobacco and the tobacco industry believed in African Americans and started marketing us when no other industry thought we were even a market. And they were very, very, very successful in their endeavors. And do you remember back in the late 70s, early and mid 80s, you would see the trucks driving through the neighborhoods, the vans with the cool music blasting, and it would have the Newport logo on the side, or the Salem's logo, or the Cool Cigarettes logo on the side. And they passed out free cigarette samples. They passed out free cigarette lighters. They passed out visors. They passed out towels. They passed out T-shirts, all with their brands and their logos on them. And that marketing campaign was very successful. But we're fighting back now. We're marketing. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. We're on TikTok. And we are taking advantage of the opportunity to try and share through social media the fact that we're fighting back against big tobacco, and we want to get rid of menthol-flavored cigarettes in the black community to save our lives. And in conjunction with that, today I'm just going to spend a few minutes talking about one of the results of being a smoker, and that is prostate cancer. Did you know that black men are more likely to die from prostate cancer than any other group? And you can add years to your life if you take action right now, today, in regard to your prostate health. What are some of the things you need to know? Well, first of all, you need to take a yearly blood test that you can utilize to determine and prevent prostate cancer deaths. And that is a PSA test. And you can get that when you go to your doctor and get your physical. They do the PSA test, and that determines if that level is high in your blood system. It will motivate your doctor to have you get more significant tests to find out if you actually have cancer. And then prostate cancer is the second most common cancer in men. And actually, it is not lung cancer, but skin cancer that is the first more common form of cancer in men. More than 35,000 men die from prostate cancer each year. Exercise, a healthful eating plan, seeing your doctor every year to get your test and to check your symptoms helps to decrease death from prostate cancer. Now, what are some of the symptoms? Prostate cancer often has no symptoms in the early stages. And when there are symptoms, they may be a weak or interrupted urine flow. There is difficulty to start or stop urine, urinating often, especially at night, blood in the urine or semen, and pain or burning in your urine. And that is what some of the symptoms of prostate cancer are. Now, there are some myths and some facts about prostate cancer, and I like to call them facts or crap. And one of the myths that you hear is that prostate cancer is an old man's disease. And the fact is, more than 1/3 of prostate cancer cases happen in men in their 40s and 50s. Black men and those with a close family member with prostate cancer are more likely to develop prostate cancer at an early age. So if you have a brother, or if your father or grandfather or uncle has a history of prostate cancer, then you are a person that is at a higher risk and you need to get tested. Another myth is that vasectomies are the cause of prostate cancer. Men that have a vasectomy, and that's a surgery that blocks the tubes that carry the sperm, do not have more risk to develop prostate cancer than men who have not had a vasectomy. So that is just a myth. Another myth is that if you have a prostate problem, it's probably cancer. That is not true. Problems with the prostate are common as men age. Most often, it's not cancer. Other conditions like inflammation of the prostate or the prostate enlargement are very common and can cause some of the very same type of symptoms that are similar to the cancer, prostate cancer symptoms. Another myth, you probably have cancer if you have high PSA, which is the prostate-specific antigen. And if you have a high PSA score, then you probably have cancer. Well, you don't have to have cancer, and you don't have cancer if you have a low score. Well, that is not the truth, or that is not accurate. Other conditions can cause you to have a high PSA score, and some men with a lower PSA score have been found to have prostate cancer, and yours truly is an example of that, and I am very, very happy to report that I have been now 8 years cancer-free. Another myth is that treatment for prostate cancer will ruin your sex life and cause urine leaks. These may not happen, these may happen, but not all men experience them. New surgery, such as the non-invasive type of surgery, the robotic surgery, and also the radiation treatments, procedures lower the risk of these type of side effects. And obviously we know that there is now Cialis and Viagra and the other erectile dysfunction medications that help you overcome those type of issues and side effects. And I would strongly recommend that you talk to your doctor about the various treatment options and the possible side effects that are associated with those options and other therapies and aids that can help. So I want to just once again say that the prostate cancer screening, which includes the PSA test or the prostate-specific antigen blood test, and then there is also the digital rectal exam, which can help find out if you have prostate cancer. You want to talk to your doctor about the pros and cons of the various types of screenings, and if you are diagnosed, you also want to review all of the various possible options, which there are several now that you can utilize for treatment. And the American Cancer Society recommends that if you are a man between the age of 40 and 65, that you begin to have prostate cancer screenings on an annual basis, especially if you have two close relatives like a father, a brother, or a son that has a history of prostate cancer. If you are age 45 and if you are black, then you want to begin your prostate cancer screenings, and other categories would begin that screening at age 50. So you want to make sure that you check your prostate and that you, once again, try and have a heart healthy and eat healthy lifestyle foods and enjoy exercise. Get out there and get yourself some exercise and take care of your prostate and have good prostate health. And then, as you know, we have been getting word back from the Center for Disease Control that the Detroit area has had an increase in the number of COVID-19 cases based on the variants that have been circulating. We've had an increase in the number of cases. We have had an increase in the number of hospitalizations. And unfortunately, we've had an increase in the number of deaths. And therefore, I'm just going to take a few moments to say, hey, we want to be very, very cautious of our contact with people during an infectious disease outbreak. You want to avoid physical contact with other people. That includes handshakes, giving high fives, even the fist bumps. You want to limit that. I've been using my elbow. We absolutely want to eliminate the kissing and the hugging. So that is something that's very important. We also want to do our social distancing because germs can spread through coughs and sneezes. So during the outbreak of any disease, it is recommended that you keep at least 6 feet between yourself and other people. There has been a lot of discussion about face masks. Surgical face masks can help limit the spread of germs that can occur when a person is ill, especially when they talk or when they cough or when they sneeze. And by wearing these face masks, ill persons can help prevent spreading their disease to others, and others can help prevent themselves from contracting any type of germs. So you definitely want to wear a face mask if you are around an ill person, if you are ill and there is a communicable disease. You should also wear a face mask if you are likely to come in contact with an infected person, and masks should be changed minimally once a day or as soon as they get moist. So if you've been wearing the mask from in the office from 8 to noon time and you've been doing a little coughing or talking on the phone quite a bit, and there's moisture that has started formulating on the interior of the mask, you want to exchange that mask for another mask. And surgical face masks are usually readily available from pharmacies and online retailers such as Amazon. And one of the things, that I find amusing is I see people wearing their face masks as what I refer to as a chin guard. They've got the mask down over the chin, and some type of psychological perception that the mask is covering them, but that is not the case. How do you put on a mask? Before you put on the mask, you need to wash your face and your hands with soap and water. You want to inspect the mask to make sure it has no obvious tears or holes that would render it ineffective. You want to determine which side of the mask is the front. The colored side of the mask is usually the front, and that's the side that should face away from you. Next, you want to determine which side of the mask is the top. And if the mask has a stiff, bendable edge, that is meant to mold to the shape of your nose, and that is the top. If the mask has elastic bands that fit over your head, hold the mask on your face while stretching the bands over your head to secure it in place, and pull the bottom of the mask over your mouth and chin. And some of the extra precautions that we can take during the pandemic at home and at work are to clean and sanitize frequently touched and common surfaces and high traffic areas like the children's areas, the doorknobs, the stair rails, countertops, phones, desktops, tables, armchairs, and other frequently touched common surfaces. You want to sanitize your bathrooms, your kitchen, and your vehicle more frequently than you usually do. And you will find directions on any specific disinfectant to use for this type of outbreak. I like using Lysol myself. I use the Lysol spray, and I'll just spray it in the air. I'll spray it on surfaces, and I find that to be very effective. So let us be as cautious as we possibly can and take care of ourselves during this pandemic. Make sure that we are aware of the various types of bacteria and germs that are out there, and understand that there are opportunities for us to take advantage of making sure that we're safe. I have a special guest that's going to be coming on with me after our commercial break that I just want to share a little time with. So we will be right back after this break, and I want to thank you for watching Urban Review.
The views and opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily the views and opinions of WHPS, its affiliates, management, or sponsors.
You will love your Avis Ford, because at Avis Ford, we make it easy to get you your no money down monthly payment right over the phone. We call it Shop by Phone, and it's the best way we know to get you your payment options fast. You want leather and a sunroof? How about an upgrade to all-wheel drive? Just give us a call. Shop online, shop by phone, or visit us at Telegraph at 12 Mile. Call 1-800-SHOP-FORD.
Meet Danny, high school senior, 17 years of age, all A student. Danny is just now finding out he scored 1,490 out of 1,600 on his SAT. Danny's friend decided to ask, "How did you do it?" Danny replied, "I believe every day is a test. To fail or succeed, you choose." The effects of vaping is the one test that Danny chose not to study for.
Vaping does not discriminate on who becomes addicted. Over 2 million high school students use some type of electronic cigarette device. The top tobacco companies also own vaping devices. The FDA found that vaping contains some of the same toxic chemicals as regular cigarettes that lead to cancer. So whether you smoke traditional cigarettes with tobacco or smoke electronic cigarettes using nicotine, your health is at risk. There's no safe way to smoke. For more information, contact the Center for Urban Youth and Family Development.
The non-medical use of prescription drugs, including opioids, is a growing concern in our communities, affecting all ages, including our youth. If the medication wasn't prescribed to you or has expired, don't take it. If your name isn't on the bottle, it's not meant for you to swallow. Addiction is real, and lives are being ruined. Or worse yet, lost.
Visit PreventionDetroit.org/opioids to find prescription Dropbox locations.
The Center for Urban Youth and Family Development is a nonprofit organization that focuses on preventing personal problems we believe are facilitated by being raised in a foster care environment, or remediating potential problems through education and information to the community. Our programs focus on 3 key areas: youth aging out of foster care, community action, and healthcare. Our programs are focused on young adults in the foster care system who are about to age out, those that have just aged out, and the community at large. The Center for Urban Youth and Family Development hosts a variety of services focusing on the needs of foster care youth throughout the community. We also work with numerous community coalitions in our effort to provide the best services for our clients and to help build stronger communities. We believe that a healthy mind and body are cornerstones to a healthy and prosperous community. The Center also engages our community in mental health and wellness advocacy, as well as suicide prevention. Fostered youth emerge from the foster care system vulnerable to substance abuse, with little opportunity to obtain higher education or develop life skills. The Center for Urban Youth and Family Development empowers youth that are in and transitioning out of the foster care system to overcome the struggles and challenges by providing them substance abuse prevention, life skills training, and workforce development programs. Drawing from the life experiences of our founder, Mr. Marcel Arbuckle, we open the door to positive and productive life through education, health, and life skills development. For more information, you can visit our website at cuyfddetroit.org or check out our social media at cuyfddetroit.
Good afternoon and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Urban Review. And we're happy this afternoon to introduce to some and present to others one of my new fraternity brothers and an outstanding young man, citizen of Detroit, and a very, very outstanding individual, none other than my fraternity brother and friend, Mr. Christian Kimball.
Good evening, everyone.
All right. It's good to have you here with us today, Christian. And I guess for our viewing audience, tell everybody a little bit about yourself. I know you're a native Detroiter, right?
I am. My name is Christian Kimball. I'm born and raised in Detroit, Michigan, from 6 Mile and Grand River. I attended Loyola High School throughout my years, and there I played football and I played rugby.
All right, rugby. That's a rough and tumble sport there. All right.
It is. My pastor, he introduced that sport to me out of Chicago, and I've joined my sophomore year, and then from then I started playing travel ball and started getting recognized. So
that's fantastic. Yeah. That's fantastic. Now you've graduated from Loyola High School, and where are you attending college?
Now I'm attending Morehouse College. There I'm a rising junior biology pre-dental major. And I also play rugby there.
All right, fantastic. So you're on the rugby team, and you are a junior, you're finishing up your sophomore, becoming a junior, and this is the real kicker. You have been granted a special honor for your academic excellence at Morehouse, and tell our audience about that.
So I have been selected to be a participant of the Senegal, West Africa fellowship program. Well, and while I'm there, I'll be working with a medical company in Dakar, Senegal, called Prometra, and we'll be doing studies in villages to cure hepatitis A, B, and HIV with natural remedies.
That is phenomenal.
So someone from Morehouse actually took a trip to Dakar, Senegal, and got a permission with the tribal leader to take back the natural remedies that they have been using for centuries to cure, any disease that you can think of, Ebola, and with no time, straight from the ground. So they took that back. They sent that to the U.S. governments where they do all the studies, and when they put it on a Petri dish with all diseases, it knocked out everything.
Wow.
But the crazy part is that they found this thing that comes from the earth that cures everything, and it's not seen today.
That is amazing.
And that was back in 2013. So just imagine if we took those natural remedies and put it to real now.
Phenomenal. And just as a side note to that notion and that thought, there are those who believe that all of the ills of society can be healed through biogenerative technology. And when you look back with Dr. George Washington Carver and how he utilized the peanut to do for 300 different uses and applications, and how early African-American farmers did not use fertilizer. They used the natural processes, the biogenetic processes that happen within the earth, and regenerative farming, knowing how to toil the soil, how many years to use the soil, and then what year to let the soil rest so that it could naturally regenerate itself, how to use the waste products from the animals to create fertilizer and things like that. And it was not until after World War II that those factories that were making the nitrogen bombs and making the chemicals for the chemical warfare were repurposed to make nitrate fertilizer. That is when American farmers started using those products, and we changed from using the natural biogenerative way of farming and things in the earth. So you're going to have an opportunity to go to analyze, to bring those products back to America, and to be able to share with our people. So we are so extremely proud of you. And our foundation, the Center for Urban Youth and Family Development, has helped covering the cost and the expenses for our brother Christian to go to Africa and to do this work and to do these studies with Morehouse. And if you would like to help him out, and he's got some additional expenses, how can people make a donation to your cause?
You can make a donation to me by just sending me anything through Cash App. My Cash App is $Chris PK, $CHRIZ PK, and anything that you would like to send, I would be greatly appreciative.
Okay, and once again, that Cash App is $Chris, spelled CHRIZ, and then what's the last two?
PK.
P as in Paul and K as in keep. And we definitely want to keep this young man in the field of study. We want to keep him targeted and focused on helping our people, helping the people of Africa, helping the people of Senegal. And so we really, really look forward to you. We really appreciate and are so proud of you as a native Detroiter to go down there to Atlanta to study hard, to work hard, and to take the bumps and bruises from rugby and to be a star rugby player and to now be a fellow and going over to Senegal. So once again, that Cash App, CHRIZ, P as in Paul, K. And any small amount or any amount large or small will be greatly appreciated to help cover the expenses of his fellowship. Now, as my fellow fraternity brother, I'm going to ask you to do something that I normally do at this time, and I want you to share with our audience the poem that Nelson Mandela said to himself every day while he was in captivity to keep himself motivated. And I'll just give you the first sentence out of the night.
Invictus, out of night that covers me, black is the pit from pole to pole. I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the filled clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried out loud. Under the blooding of chance, my head is bloodied but unbowed.
Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. For it matters not how straight the gate,
how charged with punishment at the scroll.
I am the captain of my fate.
I am the master of my soul.
All right, my brother. And when you're up against some trouble, meet it squarely face to face, plant your feet, set your shoulders, lift your chin, and take a brace. And when the worst is bound to happen in spite of all that you can do, you may fail, but you may conquer. See it through. Black?
Black may be the clouds about you, and your future may seem grim. But don't let your nerve desert you. Keep yourself in fighting trim. If the worst is bound to happen, in spite of all that you can do, you may fail, but you
running
from it will not save you. See it through.
All right. And
even
hope may seem but futile when with troubles you'll be set. But remember, you're simply facing what other men have met. So if you fail, fall still fighting.
Don't give up whatever you do.
Eyes front to head high to the finish and see it through. All right. Thank you, my brother, and thank you for watching Urban Review.